Palo Alto-based Pinterest is getting some interest. Market research shows it is now the third most popular social network in the U.S., behind only Facebook and Twitter. Data shows Pinterest saw a 50% gain in visitors from January to February. More interesting news in this: women make up 60% of the visitors, and it's most popular in the Midwest, Northwest, and Southeast. So how can small businesses make Pinterest work for them? Christi Tullis-Little wrote the book on the social networking phenomenon, and she joins us now via Skype. Christi, thanks so much for talking with us.
Thanks so much for having me, Garvin.
So what is the appeal? What has people signing up and using this site at such an amazing rate?
Well, first of all, Pinterest is a completely different site than Facebook, Twitter. It's actually a combination site. We're considering, Henry Weinecker and myself, who co-authored the book, The Power of Pinterest, where Facebook is more of a social integrated site with photographs and encompasses a large variety of information. Pinterest is only photographs that people are looking at. However, many businesses are missing opportunities in those photographs for backlinks for their website and several other opportunities. And then it also encompasses Twitter, where Twitter is more of an open source. Pinterest is also an open source. So that's the benefit of Pinterest versus Facebook, because it's an open source where everybody can have opportunities to be able to converse with each other. And that doesn't happen on Facebook because we're all concerned about the privacy issues of Facebook, where Pinterest doesn't really allow us to have privacy yet unless we're just on or off when it comes to privacy.
It's almost as if they took, as far as businesses are concerned, the best parts of Facebook and the best parts of Twitter and put them into another social networking site that is really ready to go for businesses to take advantage.
You've got that right, Gavin. We could not agree more.
Okay.
We love the open source that Pinterest offers its consumers and users.
Now, you provided us with some tips. I want to go down a list and have you explain what you're talking about. What is your advice to these startups, these small businesses? You say how to pin down customers.
Absolutely. We totally believe that pinning down customers is the way to go on Pinterest. And in other words, you're not really advertising on Pinterest. You're using other methods such as contests and just utilizing tools and information to get people to your website without them really realizing that that's what you're doing.
You say follow seasonal trends.
Absolutely. First of all, following seasonal trends, clothing and home decor are some of the leading pieces and some of the leading pins on Pinterest. So obviously those are changing every single day, every single second. There are pins being added in those particular categories. So you want to make sure that you are particularly following, whether it be, seasonal colors, holidays. Right now, Easter, of course, is a hot topic. So you'll find lots of Easter cupcakes and ways to bake them and informational tips about, how to entertain for Easter.
A lot of our folks here, our viewers here in Silicon Valley, are very familiar with search engine optimization. And there's a kind of, from what I understand, there's something akin to that goes on with Pinterest, where you got to use the right titles and descriptions.
Absolutely. One thing that businesses are doing on Pinterest, many of them are forgetting to use keywords to title their boards or keywords within the descriptions of the pins. And so they're missing out on unique opportunities because those keywords are what people actually enter in the search bar on Google. So whenever they're searching in Google for, say, Tot toys or Easter cupcakes, if your pin doesn't say Easter cupcakes, it's not going to come up in the search engine. And Pinterest is huge for search engine optimization right now. And we definitely advise all businesses to make sure that they go back, they review their pins, they're using the correct mentions, whether it be a Twitter mention or a Pinterest mention, and they're making sure that their pins are properly described as someone might search for them on Google.
Now, one of the joys for users of social networks and interacting with your friends is you feel that you're getting their opinion on things. You're not being directly marketed to. It's a real fine line that companies walk between getting their products out there but not making it feel like you're being targeted or you're being advertised to. Is that something that businesses have to be careful on Pinterest too, that you have to advertise without advertising almost?
That is absolutely correct, Garvin. We have actually advised, art companies. Some of our clients are home decor companies. That every piece of home decor, or it comes with a price tag. So there's an option on Pinterest to either include the price tag or not, depending on the type of business. Say it's an art company that may have artworks that just keep calm and carry on. If it's a saying that we think people will like, we may advise that particular client not to use the pricing tag feature that's actually available within Pinterest, because we don't want people to feel like we're trying to sell to them directly on Pinterest. However, in some cases, a price tag really does work, because it will allow a customer's pins to actually show up in the gift guide on Pinterest. So there's a little drop-down menu where people can actually search for gifts by price. So the pricing becomes beneficial there. However, it just depends on the customer and the pin and what we're really trying to accomplish.
One last question. Your research as far as Pinterest, and this factors into how it will stand up over the long term living with Facebook and Twitter. Are Pinterest users, do they use it in addition to Facebook and Twitter, or are they a whole nother group of people and this appeals to them and it's a new set of customers, or you're just reaching them on multiple platforms?
Well, you can reach them on multiple platforms. There's a variety of ways. You can actually make your pins go directly to your Facebook page or your Twitter page. And that really does work. Companies like Zappos are using Pinterest in a completely different way. They're actually using it more of a selling tool, whereas they use their Twitter as a listening tool to their customers for customer service. And then they use their Facebook as a way to just plain out engage with their customers and don't try to sell to them at all. So different businesses are definitely using it in different ways, but Zappos is also at the same time selling clothing and style decor, and it totally works for them, to be able to sell those particular pieces directly on Pinterest, because people actually appreciate their pins having price tags on them, because they want to know how much the shoes are that they're trying to sell.
Fantastic. Great information. Christi Tullis, thank you very much for joining us. The book, The Power of Pinterest, is out at the end of the month.
Thank you so much, Garvin.
You got it.